Well, tomorrow, Missouri voters won't be just deciding primary races when they head to the polls. They're going to be also weighing in on 4 proposed amendments to the state constitution, ranging from conservation funding to major changes in tax policy.
5 on your side's Mercedes McKay joins us in studio to explain what's on the ballot. Mercedes?
Landon and Michelle, a lot to unpack here. So while Amendments 1 and 2 have drawn little public debate, Amendments 4 and 5 have become 2 of the most expensive and closely watched ballot measures in Missouri this year, with millions of dollars pouring into campaigns on both sides. Amendment 1 would renew a 0.1% sales tax that pays for soil and water conservation programs and Missouri state parks. The measure really has faced no organized opposition. Now, Amendment 2 would require all charter counties to elect their county assessors instead of appointing them. The change really only impacts Jackson County, which is in the KC area. So the biggest battles are over Amendments 4 and 5. Amendment 4 would require citizen-led petitions to win a majority vote in all 8 of the state's congressional districts to pass, while amendments referred by lawmakers would still only need a statewide majority. If passed, the measure would drastically change how everyday citizens amend the state constitution and bypass lawmakers. Supporters say the change protects the state constitution from outside influence, while opponents argue it would make it significantly harder for voters to pass citizen-led initiatives. Amendment 5 would give lawmakers the authority to expand sales and use taxes as part of a plan to eliminate Missouri's income tax. Supporters say this proposal could make Missouri more competitive economically, while opponents argue shifting towards sales taxes would place a greater burden on lower income families and seniors. Now, the campaigns surrounding Amendments 4 and 5 have already raised more than $14 million, making them among the most expensive ballot fights in this state this election cycle. Along with determining whether each measure passes, the results could shape the state's tax structure and the future of citizen-led ballot initiative for years to come. Landon.
Mercedes, thank you. And one of the biggest races on tomorrow's ballot is the Democrat primary for Missouri's 1st congressional district. Former Congresswoman Cori Bush is trying to win back her old seat from incumbent Wesley Bell. Days before the primary, former Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi joined Bell at a campaign event in Ferguson. Now, Cori Bush's campaign criticized that, saying Bell only asked national Democratic leaders to make an appearance for his re-election campaign, not to highlight the need for federal tornado relief. Bell has painted Bush as a combative lawmaker who can't cooperate with her own party. Bush has criticized Bell for being supported by AIPAC, a pro-Israel lobbying group.
Now there is a larger share, I don't know if it's a majority, but a larger share of Democratic primary voters that see that support as baggage. And so Cori Bush is trying to make this race all about that, and she's trying to paint Wesley Bell as closer to President Trump and someone who Democrats can't trust. Wesley Bell is trying to say he's got more experience, he's more composed, he shows up to work, he's someone who can bridge the divide and negotiate and cut a better deal for St. Louis. So we're going to see which of those 2 messages Democrats in St. Louis prefer to send to Capitol Hill for the last 2 years of Donald Trump's presidency.
Both Wesley Bell and Cori Bush have faced some legal trouble this campaign season. Bell was recently named in a lawsuit after a contentious 2025 town hall ended with several protesters being forcefully removed. Meanwhile, Bush's use of tornado relief donations is being investigated by the state's Republican Attorney General. Right now on our website, ksdk.com, we have a complete guide breaking down the candidates and the questions you will see on your ballot tomorrow. If you text the word guide to the number on your screen, we will text you a link to that webpage. 5 on your side will have expanded coverage of the Missouri primary next Tuesday night, or rather tomorrow night. Once the polls close at 7, we will be streaming live on 5+ with the latest results, reaction, and analysis. And we'll have a special edition of 5 on your side at 10 and a special edition of Today in St. Louis on Wednesday morning.